Mr. Beal, and if we can't bring you into community, then we are going to bring community to your Chromebook. With me today is our campus security, safety, I don't know, whatever other made-up names she gives herself. But I have with me today Shannon Backstrom, otherwise known as SB, otherwise known as Pain in My Rear. So, yeah, so there you go. What's up?
Not a whole lot, just happy to be here on your very interesting, very important show.
I'm so glad that we didn't have to take a week off so we could scrape the bottom of the barrel with somebody to be on the show today.
Honestly, I'm probably the only person that you could convince to come on the show, merely out of pity, because on a level to which I am aware, I am your only friend.
Well, then your awareness says everything you need to know.
I'm just saying, somebody had to do it. You're welcome, everyone else, because I'm really taking one for the team here.
You know what?
By doing this. Anyway.
Roxy, I don't know that this is going to work. I know when you pitched me the idea, you thought, hey, we'll get some fun banter back and forth. This will be great. Instead, I have like puke in the back of my throat and I'm projectile.
I feel like there could have been literally anybody else to do this show besides you.
This is not how I want this to go.
All right.
Here's the thing. What if, for today's purposes, we pretended that it was like an alternate universe and you didn't make me want to put my head through a wall? Can we do that?
I mean, I can try, but I don't think that there's a lot for that.
Let's think about what that would look like for just one moment. I'm so glad that you're on the show.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm like so excited to be here. It's just been like one of these things where I'm like, you know what would be just such a good time? If Beal and I did like a show where we...
Because we talk like all the time anyway.
Constantly. And it's like, I just feel joy. And I just want to bring that joy to what we're doing here.
Stop it.
No, you stop it.
Okay, so let's get to know SB a little bit. You're not from here. You're from Oregon.
Yes, it is currently on fire.
I know. That breaks my heart.
Yeah, it's very sad.
And it's relatively close to where you grew up, right?
Yes, my parents were actually evacuated from our house.
See, so like these are real world issues like hitting Canyon View right here, right now in our own little community. So I know this, but they may not know this. You have a background in like law enforcement. Tell us a little bit about that. Like where did the whole like law piece of this come into play?
Yes, so I went to college for law enforcement. I did an elongated 2-year hands-on training academy that combines all of your law enforcement training with your 2-year associate's degree. And we were actually the first class to ever pilot that program. So I've been pepper sprayed, I've ran towers, I've done defensive tactics, I've gotten beat up. It's just, I've done all of the things, so.
All right, so for those students out there that are considering a career in law enforcement, walk us through being pepper sprayed and what that both feels like, the process, and then the post-spray.
Yeah, so I got sprayed quite a bit. So I had orange pepper spray all over my face, and what it's meant to do is it's meant to attack your senses. So basically, as soon as I either breathed it in or opened my eyes, it literally just feels like you are choking. Like you can't breathe, you can't see, it burns, you want to like rub your eyes, which you're not supposed to do. So it just takes over everything. I actually tried to throw up because of it, and it was just completely involuntary, it just happens. But there's just so much going on that you can't really do anything. So after being sprayed, I had to like go through some training stuff and show that I could still do essentially what my job would be even after I got sprayed. And then the only thing that cures pepper spray is water, air, and time. So they had like a pool full of dish soap, and that felt really good in your eyes. Like you would like open up your eyes and put it in the soap.
In dish soap?
And it would feel so nice. Like it was so, like it would just relieve all of the burning.
So let me clarify. So the stinging was so bad with the pepper spray that the only relief was what you're told since you were little, that they make shampoos, no tear shampoo. So the best relief for that was to do the thing that you've been told not to do your entire life.
Yes.
That sucks.
It
I don't think I ever want to do that ever in my life.
It felt like somebody had a lighter on my face.
How long does that last?
I think I was completely released from my program, and then 2 hours later, I could see enough to be able to drive home. Like we sat across the street and got food because we weren't able
With
to
your
drive.
eyes closed and just...
Yeah, just shoveled it right into my mouth. But yeah, it was the worst thing that I've ever done in my entire life, and I don't wish it on anyone. And if I was asked to do it again, I don't know that I could do it. Like,
Have you been
again.
tased?
I have not been tased. I went through the classroom portion of it, but fortunately, because we were a piloted program, the college had not signed off on tasing 40 college students.
Based on what you've been told, do you think that tasing would be worse or pepper spray?
Pepper spray is worse because once you ride the lightning, the 10 seconds is up and you're done, and it's like it never happened. But pepper spray was literally 4 hours
It scars
or more.
you for life.
For life. Like I can't even put hairspray in my hair without kind of getting a little nervous. Anything that's a spray, I'm like, nah.
All right, so you get to Arizona, you get to Canyon View. What were your first impressions?
First impressions were that it is just completely different than anything that I would have known in my schooling career. My school was very small and very like podunk. I come from a very, very small town, so this school is just probably unlike anything that I would have ever experienced in high school. So it was kind of a little shock value. Mostly I just remember being very hot.
And lost, if memory serves.
Lost, yes. I was trying to formulate an answer based on the fact that we were still being nice to each other.
Right. Because we are, because in an alternate universe, we would be getting along just fine and dandy.
Yeah.
So you also coach girls basketball.
I do.
What background do you have in girls basketball that would make somebody want to hire you as a coach?
Well, so I played high school sports, competed in high school, and played volleyball, basketball. I was MVP of our Powder Puff football team. Kind of a big deal. I don't know if you guys know that. And yeah, I think more so just the leadership and the camaraderie and like the ability to like just like build that team mentality and just have like my players know that I'm here for them. And like connecting with them, I feel like is my strong suit as opposed to like
Knowledge of the game.
I feel like after
I was just clarifying.
we're being nice to each other.
I was a clarification
Cut.
answer.
No. No, I think that just having that team mentality after I was no longer able to play high school sports because I was ineligible. Turn in your homework assignments, please. Then I managed the boys basketball team and learned a lot from that end of it, where it was more like stat-based and learning plays and making game decisions and being a support system in that role. That's kind of where I learned.
Cups of water and that thing.
I was not a water lady, stat lady.
My mistake.
Next question.
So, based on previous conversations that we've had, I feel like you and I were kind of similar in nature as high school students. So, tell us a little bit, who was SB in high school? Like, take us back. What was SB like in high school? What is the cautionary tale for our students?
Basically, anytime I talk to our students, I essentially tell them to do what I did, but opposite. So I was voted? I voted a lot in high school. No. I was voted biggest skipper, biggest motor mouth, and most likely to star in reality TV. So I don't know if this is my big break, SNL. Look me up, high school, SB. But I didn't go to school a lot. I feel like it was a fun, rare occasion if you saw me. It was like an eclipse where when you see it, it's really great. When you don't, you just kind of don't.
Who would you say is the most influential person on this campus in your life?
Geez, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, who is the most single, influential, important person on this campus in your life?
Corey
In this
Beal.
alternate universe that we discovered.
Honestly, I've thought a lot about this. I've done a lot of soul searching. I feel like it's you. I feel like we just have
What are you gonna do to
such a special work relationship that I'm just so excited to be a part of it, and I really long for that meaning in what I'm doing. Kind of like what you have. Like
Right.
I really just wake up and strive to be a lot more like you.
Man, isn't it great that we live in a world where we appreciate and love each other? Because I can't imagine a world where we wouldn't get along and that we wouldn't like each other.
Or like a world where you just wouldn't be anything but 100% supportive
Right.
and kind about everything that's going on in my life.
Man, can you imagine such a world?
Weird.
So you're not from here, right? You're from Oregon or Washington or Canada. Where are you from?
I'm from Oregon, and
I know where you're from. I don't know that they know where you're from.
I'm from Oregon.
Nobody cares.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Why'd you have such lofty goals to being a security guard?
It's just a calling.
I can't do this.
No, I'm sorry.
I
can't even take him seriously. It's like I don't know why we're doing this.
Roxy, you've had 3 great ideas in a row, and this one was terrible. Okay? Seriously,
I saw this book, and it was named after doing an interview with Corey Beal. The title is called Brutal.
I'm impressed that she can read the title. So that's a win for everybody, that she can look at a book and A, know what a book is, and B, be able to read the title. We have to do this because Roxy's my producer, and she told me I have to do this. So we have what we're going to do is we're going to do some rapid fire questions with SB. So here we go. Rapid fire questions with SB. Okay, rapid fire questions, same questions that we give every guest that comes on The Real Beal, and here we go. What was your first day of high school like in one word?
I don't remember it.
That was more than one word, so you're already screwing up the game. Awesome, thank you so much. What is one piece of advice that you will always remember?
I don't know if it's necessarily a piece of advice, but it was a sermon that my high school teacher gave me, and he said that today could be the best day of your life and you wouldn't even know it yet. So, even if things are not good, it could be the best day of your life, but you won't know that till later on.
I think that qualifies as advice. It's too bad you can't differentiate between the two. Okay, next question. What is your favorite sound?
Literally the opposite of you talking. Your silence is my favorite sound.
What is your least favorite sound?
You talking.
If you could do one job and be great at it, what would it be?
Convincing you to stop talking. You really set yourself up for these. I don't know why these are the questions.
I'm sad that those are your aspirations.
That's a pretty
Have you hit
lofty
the pinnacle?
goal to get you to be quiet, so I'll probably just have to keep working at it.
Okay, what job do you think you would be bad at?
I don't think that exists.
I think you could throw a dart at a job and get the right answer.
I don't think you could hit water
What
if you
is
fell out of a
your
boat.
favorite word?
Shenanigans.
Literally, I've never thought about that, but your word literally means doing stupid things.
Yeah, and it has part of my name in it.
Right. So your favorite word is the word that literally means to do something ridiculously stupid is your favorite word. That makes sense to me. What is your least favorite word?
Corey Beal.
What show have you binge watched?
Yellowstone. Yellowstone for forever.
All right.
I just really like the storyline.
We did something last year that was pretty popular amongst our student population.
Sorry, I lost interest already.
It was playground insults, in which case we will be given opportunities to trade fun, unmeaningful playground jabs at one another while trying not to smile or trying not to laugh. So, here we go. It is time for playground insults with SB.
You're allowed to offend, but since you're bald, you don't let your hair down. You just let people down.
Okay, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
Less intelligent always goes first, so why don't you start us off?
That was so stupid that you attempted to go first and couldn't even go first. Okay, here we go. I like your haircut. I think bangs are good for you because they hide your face.
You used that one last time, but I'm going to follow up with, at least I can get a haircut.
That doesn't make sense.
You're bald. Sorry, I have this thing where I have to blurt things out.
When they invented board games, they named one after you. They called it Sorry.
It doesn't make sense.
Your life is sorry.
I know that. I would like to take your insults as, I'd like to take them to heart, but you have to be this tall to ride the insult ride. Wah, wah. You're short.
I find it ironic that we're doing this interview in a place with books. That's where it ends, because I feel like if I go any further, it will get completely lost on you.
That's funny because we are doing this in a place full of books, and one of them happened to be titled after you. Let's see here. It says stupid. I can read.
Simple words.
Very simple.
When did you decide to use the same bronzer as Donald Trump?
So horrible.
I feel like there are many books here that could be your autobiography.
I also feel like I have found a book that encompasses who you are as a person, and I feel like we should show each other.
Whatever you are first.
No, this is what you are. This is about you.
Oh,
Are you ready?
am I going?
Are
Are
you
we
ready
going
for
at the
the-
same time?
Let's go at the same time, and then we'll explain which one we picked.
Okay.
Okay.
This is SB's autobiography.
1, 2, 3. Mine says life in the fat lane.
Mine says, "Dear life, you suck."
Hey, do you guys all remember when Mr. Beal went vegan so that he could lose a few pounds? We all do, because it's all you talked about for forever.
Do you remember when SB made life choices that led her to being a security guard at our high school?
Yeah, lucky you guys. I feel like that's like a gift. Is that some sort of gift? This is physically painful to watch him try to come up with something that could somehow hurt me.
This has been The Real Beal with SB, and look forward to anything next week. Look forward to literally any other guest that we will have on this show, because it will automatically make this program exponentially. That means a lot. Than what it has been today. Mr. Seeker, when it comes to Roxy's grade, feel like you have the autonomy means choice. You have the autonomy to give her whatever grade you feel like she deserves for this particular show and interview. So
also, if you would like to leave a comment
I don't know
about
why
who you would like,
that's on a wide shot. You
yeah,
don't
no,
have to spin
it
around.
certainly is. If you would like to leave a comment on who you would actually like to host this podcast, I would be more than happy.
Not a podcast, because there's
I
video.
accept that. I would be more than happy to take over. Clearly, this is not kind of what we were going for. I feel like it could have been better, to be honest. But whoever's driving the boat didn't do a good job.
Miss
So
AT, she's in my COVID social distancing space, so
you're not wrong, but it's gonna
stop.
happen.
Just be done. So we'll see you next week with a special guest next week. Thank you for joining The Real Beal. We'll see you next week, and go Jags.
Thank you for coming and watching The Real Beal with Corey Beal. We're so glad you could join us today on this podcast to showcase me, Corey Beal, who literally only has this to talk about himself. How fun.
Take my jacket off.
No,
Take my jacket off.
it's me nice and I'm not gonna do it.
It looks stupid on you.
It looks equally stupid on you.